It's high school volleyball on Channel 12. Tonight, a North Suburban Conference matchup as the Robbinsdale Cooper Hawks come to Columbia Heights to take on the Highlanders. From Columbia Heights High School, John Jacobson along with Lisa Murphy, former Irondale High School head coach. And Lisa, it's Columbia Heights team struggling a little bit on the season coming in. Just 2-11 on the season, but a pretty young team for Desiree Gillett.
Definitely a young team. They have 2 seniors and 1 junior, and the rest are sophomores and freshmen. She says that they've been pulling up girls for a long time so that the younger girls have had more experience in the JV level, even the 9th grader. So she's really pulling on that those girls will pull on their experience that they have had and hopefully bring some of that onto the court.
Cooper and Coach Brooke Schaefer 5-4 in the season coming into play tonight, and they're kind of where Columbia Heights is this year. Cooper was a year ago. They went through some growing pains after graduating a lot of seniors in 2010, 2011. So now a year under the belt for a lot of those girls, and they've seen the improvement on the court.
Yeah, talking with their coach, she was really encouraged after she saw the progress that they made in the off-season. It sounds like Cooper developed their own JO program in the off-season and has had some of those girls been playing in the off-season. All that experience is brought on the court, and she said she was blown away in tryouts when she saw how much improvement that they had made since last year.
How much does that help, having played that off-season volleyball for those girls? Because Columbia Heights doesn't really have that many girls that are playing off-season, but that's got to be tremendous help to the Hawks and those girls that are in that JO program.
Definitely. The volleyball season is so short. We spoke with the coaches, and it's just nonstop games back to back to back. The JO season is a little bit more relaxed. You have more time to work on skills, more time to develop yourself as a player. You're playing 9 months of the year instead of just that 2.5 month section. So yes, there's a huge advantage if your girls are playing in the off season versus not.
Cooper won a year ago when these teams met. Let's see if the Hawks can do it again here at Columbia Heights. We'll take a break and be back with the start of game number 1, Columbia Heights and Cooper High School Volleyball coming up next.
So many kids' activities today seem to leave out the activity part. New research tells us that just getting children to walk an extra 35 minutes a day could spare them the pain of thinning bones later in life. Encourage your kids to get up, get out, and get moving.
Hello. Hey, Grandma, how about another grape soda?
A public service message on building strong bones for kids from the Pediatric Orthopedic Society of North America and the American Academy of Orthopedic Surgeons.
Just a reminder, kids who participate in high school activities tend to go a little farther than those who don't. Take part. Get set for life.
Welcome back to Columbia Heights High School. Cooper and Columbia Heights getting ready for our North Suburban Conference match here tonight. Both of these teams having played in tournaments over the weekend. Cooper was in the Crosby Ironton tournament. They went 2-2 in that tournament. Wins over Walker Hackensack and Crosby Ironton, and losing to Chisholm and Pequot Lakes. And Columbia Heights in the River Falls, Wisconsin tournament, where they went 0-5 on the day. Look at our starters. First of all, for Cooper, Lori Bowler, Jocelyn Waylogie, Josephine Lindgren, Anna Hendricks, Ricky Williams, and Katie Bowler. And for Columbia Heights, Helen Lubson, Tenzin Jangchup, Quincy Gross, Jasmine Burbank, Yupa Vang, and Mackenzie Davis. Mackenzie Davis and Jasmine Burbank, the only players on Columbia Heights, Lisa, who have varsity experience.
Mm-hmm. Columbia Heights are coached by Desiree Gillis. This is her 4th year coaching the varsity team, correct?
4th year, yeah, with the varsity, and 5th year overall with the program. And really excited, I think, about building a program and getting these girls up to the next level. Like I said, with not a lot of varsity experience, but a lot of learning on the job, so to speak, for the Highlanders.
Definitely. It's just so rare that you see these grades on a varsity roster.
Just 2 seniors, only 1 junior, and the rest sophomores with 1 freshman. And Cooper with not a lot of seniors, although more experienced. Katie Bowler and Casey Anderson, their 2 setters, are both seniors. The rest of them juniors, no sophomores at all, and then 2 freshmen. Columbia Heights will serve to start tonight's match. And our officials have been busy, I understand, as well, working tournaments over the weekend, Lisa.
Yeah, I spoke with them earlier, and it sounds like our up ref did an all-day tournament, and our down ref was just over at the Andover St. Michael game.
Carl Sarian, our up official today, and Frank McKay down low, and we are underway. First serve rolling wide and out of play for Quincy Gross, and the first point of the match going to Cooper. Unable to get the ball over on the third hit, Jasmine Burbank, and the Hawks out to a 2-0 lead.
Cooper's not dressing a libero, so Quincy is staying and playing her own back row.
Jocelyn Wayloggy with the serve, tip at the net, put in play by Burbank. Then we had a player, I believe it was Burbank, who came into the net, was just a little, had lost her balance a little bit, came into the net. That's a violation and a point for Cooper. So the Hawks with the first 3 points here of the match. Another serve for the junior, Wayloggy. This will be an ace. And Cooper out in front 4-0. Once you get into a rhythm too, Lisa, it's serving-wise, it's nice. You sometimes can keep those points coming.
Definitely. We saw number 5 struggling, so the server can get in her head and keep serving at her, shake her confidence.
Five 0 Hawks. Wayloggy serve. Picks up back row. Here's the set. A little setter dump over for a point.
Yeah, on a great pass.
Mackenzie Davis. Yep, they got the pass. And they struggled in the early points with the serve receive. They get that one, and Davis gets the tip over, and the Highlanders are on the board. Now Davis will serve. Set for the Hawks. Cross-court hit by Lori Bowler. A hit at the net. Over by Burbank, but the Hawks handle that. Ricky Williams comes up on Davis, and Davis will have to get this one over and does. Pushed deep left side by Katie Bowler, and down for a point for Cooper off the...
That was the second offensive play that Cooper sent to Columbia Heights setter. So if Columbia Heights setter takes the first ball, she's out of turn to set.
Davis setting, Burbank handled by Wayloggy. A little miscommunication who was going to handle that, but it was taken by Lori Bowler, who puts it over. This one deep, handled back row by Lindgren. And down for a point. The kill on the attack from Lori Bowler. An early timeout for Columbia Heights and head coach Desiree Gillis as Cooper has jumped out to a 7-1 lead in this first set. A nice start for Cooper.
Yes, definitely. I feel like what I've already noticed is their strategy is just get good, consistent serves in the court, play really good defense, and they're definitely tipping and trying to hit at the setter for Columbia Heights and take her out of her setting position, forcing another girl to play the second ball.
There's Coach Gillis, fourth-year head coach, fifth-year overall with the Columbia Heights program. So 7-1 Cooper coming out of the timeout. They'll have the serve. Josephine Lindgren, another of their juniors. 6 juniors on this varsity roster for the Hawks. Davis trying to get this one up and into the net.
Miscommunication in the back row.
Quincy Gross didn't have enough on that to knock it over. Lindgren making it 8-1. Back row pass up by Lubson and hit over. A little easy play at the net though for Anna Hendricks. And she's able to knock that one right down. Hendricks leads the team in kills. 5'9" junior middle makes it 9-1. Davis running to set this ball and hit over. Just gets over on the attack from Jangchup. And Williams can't get that one over. It's a point for Columbia Heights.
Columbia Heights setter doing a really great job hustling to the back row.
Yupa Bang, the serve for Columbia Heights.
Nice short serve.
Sometimes can catch a team off guard.
Great dive by Quincy.
Davis tips it over. Set for Hendricks. Davis digs that up. From the middle, tip back by Hendricks. Gets another try and puts it down.
She got a lot of touches on the ball that play.
Burbank with the hit from the first row, from the front row for Columbia Heights. And Hendricks in the tip. Here's a look at it again.
Great dig.
Nice teamwork by the
First
Hawks.
touch. Second touch. Third touch.
Heights able to get into the offense a little bit on that rally. Didn't win the point, but good to see them at least being able to make the pass in the set and try to get the attack. And that one just crawls over and dives in for a point. That makes it 10-3. And Burbank will serve. Into the net. Point for Cooper.
One of the Bowler sisters to serve for Cooper.
Lori Bowler serving. Alicia Monserrati now in for Columbia Heights. Hit by a Jangchup into the net. Another point for Cooper. Another serve coming up for Lori Bowler. Back set by Davis, floated over by Lubson. Set by Casey Anderson, and the kill.
Sometimes those are hard to play defense against, those miss-hit balls. She jumped, it looked like she was gonna swing really hard.
Jocelyn Waylagi, the attack and the kill for Cooper. Scramble for this one, and unable to get there was Monserrati. And Cooper very strong here in the first set, leading 14-3. Bowler floating a serve and drops it in for an ace.
Great serve.
Vang diving for it, but couldn't get to there. There's Brooke Schaefer now in her fifth year, as head coach. And Lisa talked about it in the pregame, how they've started a JO program at Cooper. And now that's really seemed to have helped the development of these players coming into this varsity season.
Definitely. It's showing itself on the scoreboard.
Net violation on the Hawks, and Columbia Heights gets the point. And the serve for Jangchup. Anderson gets to that ball and got it over the net. I don't know if that was intentional by Casey or you just set it too far and it happened to dive on the Heights side of the net. Either way, it's a point for Cooper. Now Anna Hendricks serving. Puts it deep. You get it down.
Great serve.
Yes, an ace. Nice serve by Hendricks.
She aced the defensive specialist on Columbia Heights team, Maserati.
17-4.
Great pass.
Davis setting it front row for Lubson.
Net call.
Player into the net for Cooper, giving Columbia Heights a point.
Maserati did a great job coming back off of an ace and had a perfect pass.
Lubson serves. All set by Kylie Christensen. It's down for a point. Good attack from the right side from Waylagi.
She definitely hit it inside the block. So that back row left defensive player needs to stay towards the sideline.
Ricky Williams back in. Also, Katie Bowler back in for Kylie Christensen. 18-5 Cooper. Davis getting it back, knocked over by Lubson, but out of play. Islanders scrambling. Lubson gets it over. Bowler back set for Williams. It's long. Point for Columbia Heights. Burbank back in for Heights. And second time now through the rotation is Quincy Gross. Will serve as she did to start this first game. Good
Great
hard serve, but long.
A lot of power behind that.
Jocelyn Wayloggy serving for the Hawks. And unable to get to it after the pass went back. Gross trying to scramble after the hit initially by Lubson, and another Cooper point. Ace serve for Wayloggy. Another timeout for Columbia Heights. They're struggling just getting into their offense so far, at least, and I'm sure that's what Coach Gillis is going to talk to them about as you look at the last serve.
Yeah, we just had a communication there between the back row players. The left back row saying she should have taken it. She had a better angle to the setter.
When you were coaching, how much did you work on that with the girls telling them to communicate versus, just all technical parts of volleyball?
The communication piece is huge, just as we saw on that last point. If someone had called the ball and gotten in front of it, we wouldn't have had an ace serve. So, yeah, coaching that communication piece is hard. You can't make shy girls come out of their shell all the time and talk a lot on the court, but
did you have players, though, that were maybe quiet off the court that were able to turn that on the court and be able to be good communicators and good leaders?
Definitely something that helps with that is just the experience, figuring out that that's what they need to do, and when they make the great plays because of that communication, it just reinforces that's the best way.
Point for Heights, making it 22-7. Tenzin Jangchup back in. And the serve over by Davis. That hit out of bounds. Point for Heights.
Mm-hmm. Columbia Heights setter again in the back row, and Cooper just tried to tip to her. Missed out of bounds.
And a good serve by Davis. Williams off the set from Katie Bowler. And Davis trying to set up Lubson. Bowler will push it over.
Good pass.
Davis going left side with her
Ooh,
set to
violation.
Bang into the net. And the ball out of play, and it's 23-8 Cooper. Josephine Lindgren will try to serve the winning points here in the first set. Now they're going to replay that point.
We were both under the net simultaneously.
So go back to 22-8, and Heights and Davis back to serving again. Almost setting, little tip by Lindgren on the run. Jangchup can't get enough. Ball's short. 23-8. Robbinsdale Cooper leading.
Great pass.
Davis setting for Burbank, blocked by Hendricks.
Oh,
Point
great.
for Cooper. Set up well by Columbia Heights that time, but their attack right into the block of Cooper.
Cooper had a great big block. Columbia Heights had 3 defenders ready to dig off the block, but weren't unable to do so.
Bowler setting it outside. And Heights can't return. Lori Bowler the kill off the set assist from Katie Bowler, her oldest sister, and it's a set 1 win for Robbinsdale Cooper. That's 3 out of 5. The Hawks win game 1 over the Highlanders. We'll take a break and come back with more. You're watching North Suburban Conference Volleyball on Channel 12 Sports.
So many kids' activities today seem to leave out the activity part. New research tells us that just getting children to walk an extra 35 minutes a day could spare them the pain of thinning bones later in life. Encourage your kids to get up, get out, and get moving.
Hello. Hey, Grandma, how about another grape soda?
A public service message on building strong bones for kids from the Pediatric Orthopedic Society of North America and the American Academy of Orthopedic Surgeons.
Just a reminder, kids who participate in high school activities tend to go a little farther than those who don't. Take part. Get set for life.
One day these rats were playing in the woods. Well, it's some matches and that's no good. Listen to smoke before you give it a try.
Only you.
Don't play with matches. Don't play with fire. Cause there's nothing very funny about ripped off life. Nothing very nice on a homeless mind. So if a gorgeous force is what you desire, don't play with matches. Don't play with fire.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Fire.
An 18-year-old has been charged with a shooting that critically injured another person.
Last week, one of the vehicles disappeared from this lot in plain sight. Ultimate goal is to develop an app that gives the visually impaired turn-by-turn directions.
Event organizers say many of the fences here were about 20 years old and were in need of replacing.
Hits this one well out to left field, and that one's going to be in for a hit. It bounces to the fence, a run scores.
This isn't Madison Square Garden. These drills probably won't make anyone a #1 draft pick. But these players are practicing for something important. While they work on their jump shots, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, how to deal with wins and losses. Skills that will make them winners long after they leave the court. Support high school activities in your community, because when kids take part, they get set for life.
John Jacobson and Lisa Murphy back here at Columbia Heights High School. One set in the match, Cooper winning by a score of 25-8. A strong start, Lisa, for the Hawks in that first game.
Definitely. They had some very aggressive serving. They handled the ball well when they were served too. They were able to set some really aggressive hitters and had some successful kills.
And we are underway. With set number 2 here. Bumped over by Gross. Katie Bowler and Wayloggy missed on that hit, and the first point of set number 2 goes to Columbia Heights. Quincy Gross to serve. And her serve into the net, ties it at 1.
That hurts for Columbia Heights. She has a very strong serve.
Jocelyn Wayloggy, one of the captains, along with Katie Bowler for this Hawks team, and Casey Anderson.
Great touch on that second ball by Columbia Heights setter.
2-1 Cooper. in the front row and over by Jang Chup. Burbank got a block at the net and dropped deep on the second attempt for Josephine Lindgren. Couldn't get it through Burbank on the first try, so went deep this time and dropped it in. You see Burbank stopping the first flame and
went for the back corner.
Nicely done. Lindgren with the kill.
Short
Wayloggy,
serve.
another serve. Dug up nicely. Williams, though, hammers
Great
home the
move.
overpass. Good dig, but it went right to Ricky Williams, and she knocked it down. Set outside, knocked across by Vang. Lori Bowlers hit into the tape. Point for Columbia Heights. Islanders trail 4-2 here in the second set. Davis serving, good serve. Handled by Amanda Swanson, the libero for Cooper. Davis, good job to get it over on the third hit. Ball to the middle, dropped over. Burbank with the kill.
Great block by Burbank.
Gets the point, and Heights back to within one. Davis to serve, again comes to Swanson, and it'll go as an ace. Four. Wayloggy can't get it over. Lori Bowler unable to get a set up to the front row. Wayloggy had to run to get that one.
It looks like the middle hitter from the front row has replaced the defensive specialist for Cooper in the back row. So that's who just passed the ball. A perfect pass.
Miss hit by Lori Bowler, couldn't get it over, and so now Columbia Heights in front, 6-4. Much better start for them here in the second set.
Some strong serves by Mackenzie Davis.
Lori Bowler setting for Ricky Williams, Katie Bowler with the set. Hit out of play by Sharouk Muhammad. Point for Cooper. So they end the little run for Columbia Heights of 4 points in a row. And Josephine Lindgren to serve. And it'll go as an ace. Lubson unable to get the pass ahead. Davis trying to get this set, and Burbank will knock it over. Katie Bowler and Wayloggy's going to reach to get that. Front row, and it'll drop on the Heights side.
It looked like someone was in the net to me.
Well, the Highlanders had to scramble a little bit to try to get that over, and couldn't do so. Good strong serve from Lindgren. Davis set to Burbank. Williams across and bumped over by Wayloggy. And Lori Bowler unable to knock it over. Another point for Heights. So good match so far, or a good set so far. Now tied at 7. Sophomore Yupa Bang serving and drops it in for an ace. Those are tough to handle. You think sometimes, well, that ball's going to go into the net if you're on the serve-receive side.
Yeah, if you're number 11 on Cooper, you can't see the server because number 3 is crossing in front of you. So you have half a second to react to a serve falling right in your lap.
Vang does a nice job that time. Goes left side, drops it just in, and back-to-back aces for Yupa Bang. Now 9-7 Heights. Wayloggy handles this one. Katie Bowler back for Lori Bowler and got that in. Point for Cooper, pulls them back to within 9-8.
Great set to their back row hitter.
Casey Anderson, senior setter in and puts it in play. Nice line drive served by Anderson for an ace. Off of Lubzen. All hit deep by Lubzen. Another point for Cooper. Hawks go in front 10-9. Anderson floating the serve. And Davis wins that battle at the net against Hendricks. Mackenzie Davis, third-year varsity player. Number 7 for Heights. And look at the play at the net between she and Anna Hendricks. Now they set to Hendricks. And her hit long. Trying to attack from the middle. Point for Heights, and we're tied up at 10. Cooper player in the net.
Looks like their setter, Casey Anderson, was called into the net.
Islanders back in front. This serve into the net, making it 12-11, Columbia Heights. Alicia Monterati back in, replacing Burbank. With Bowler serving, Lori Bowler. Anderson, quick set over by Hendricks. Back set by Davis and delivered over by Jangchup. And Hendricks off the set from Maya Bryant gets the kill. (12-12). Back and forth we go here in the second set. Lori Bowler, good serve, and it's an ace. Hawks back in front.
Another serve into that center dead zone that no one's standing. It's been very successful for Cooper so far.
Bowler, this one drives a little bit harder. Unable to handle it. Jangchup, it's off of her. Back-to-back aces for Lori Bowler, making it 14-12 Cooper. 4 in a row for the Hawks now.
Short serve.
Anderson able to keep it in play. Bryant setting it.
Great set by their right side hitter.
That one goes long on the hit from Hendricks. Set up well. Hendricks just had a little too much power on it. Wailagi, kill for her.
Great communication by Wailagi. After she mispassed it, she announced to her other back row players that she was an option for the third contact.
Anna Hendricks serving. Davis set. Pushed over by Lubzen. Back set by Anderson to Bryant. Dug up nicely by Heights. Oh, Monterati running into Muhammad. Unable to get the attack over, and a timeout called by Desiree Gillis. Cooper now ahead by a score of 16-13. They've scored 6 of the last 7 points here in this second set to take a 3-point lead. Overall for Heights, though, better job here in the second set compared to game 1.
Definitely. I'm still impressed by the joust between the middle hitter for Cooper and the setter for Columbia Heights, how she won that. That just shows the experience that she's had on the court, being on varsity before, is really paying off. She's definitely leading her team.
Each of these teams will have conference matches later this week. Columbia Heights will head up to Lindstrom to take on Chisago Lakes. Well, Cooper will come home and they will take on North Branch on Thursday night. 16-13 Cooper. Here in game 2, serve for the Hawks. Hendricks, good strong serve over by Jang Chup, and Bryant can't put it over. Excuse me. Yes, Bryant off the pass from Anderson, and it's a point for Heights.
Looks like they're going to keep Andrew Hendrickson in the back row again. Great pass.
Bryant setting for Wayloggy, too much on that. Heights right back, couple of points for them out of the timeout. They're within 1. Hubson serves. Bryant to Wayloggy, cross court, got it down. Nicely placed, Lisa.
Definitely. Great set by Bryant, too.
Katie Bowler into serve. We should mention for Katie Bowler, her golden birthday today. Number 3 for Cooper.
Turning 18.
18 on September 18th. And so happy birthday, Katie Bowler. Getting the set here. The player in the net, Lindgren, and they'll give Columbia Heights the point.
Muhammad with the serve.
Her serve is out. 18-16. Wayloggy serving. Front row. Quick set and a point for Cooper. Lori Bowler, the attack and kill. Sure feels good for Lori. She did a few that she's hit into the net this second set, but able to knock this one down and put it in play.
When she stays behind the ball, she has enough snap and she gets kills. And she gets trapped so tight at the net, that's when we see it.
Wayloggy hustled to get to that one, but a little too much running she had to do, and a point for Heights. Islanders keeping the second set competitive after losing 25-8 in the first game.
Mackenzie served a lot of points for them the first time she was up, so that's who we're seeing right now again.
Point for Heights. Katie Bowler unable to get the ball to one of her front row players, and it's in Columbia Heights getting another point. They're within 1.
Davis serving.
Bowler, I think, it backed into the net that time as she was setting the ball. Yeah, timeout by Brooke Schaefer. Her team just a little bit out of sync in this second game compared to game 1. I don't know if when you win that first game so big, if you kind of have trouble in that second game, thinking, oh, we can just go out and play.
Yeah,
if that's part of what's going on here.
Yeah, the coach, the Columbia Heights got the opportunity to see what they were doing wrong, and it looks like she's encouraged her girls to serve really aggressively, and that is definitely working. Cooper's having trouble receiving Columbia Heights serve, pushing the setter into the net or out of bounds or putting her in the back row.
You see that Hawks have won the last 3 years against Columbia Heights. They've swept Heights in each of those matches the last 3 seasons. You have to go back to 2008 when Columbia Heights beat Cooper last in 4 games that night.
Great serve out of a timeout.
Goes for an ace, and Columbia Heights in front at 20-19. Mackenzie Davis racking them up for the Highlanders. race and a 2-point lead.
We still have our front row, middle, and the back row. An option would be to put our DS in there for Cooper.
Katie Bowler with the set. Chopped over by Lindgren. Big point for Cooper. They did not want to go down 22-19. Well set up. Just chopped it over the single blocker and in for a point. Davis setting and the hit out of play by Mohammed. 21 all. Lindgren serve. It's off of Jang. Chop. Ace serve. And Cooper's in front. And a timeout taken by Desiree Gillis.
A lot of topspin on her serve.
3 points in a row. Put the Hawks up 1 here.
Great serve, great deep corner by Lindgren.
You've coached at both high school and in JO volleyball. How much does that help? We talked a little bit in the pregame. What kind of experience do those girls get in the off season, non-high school season, that helps them once it comes to fall?
I would say the out of system plays. When there's a bad pass in the back row, what do? Don't panic. It's not exactly where you've practiced it should be, but you can still tell your teammates, I'm still available, I'm in the back row, you can set me back here, or an unusual plays that are out of system. Just the experience handling those.
Let's see if the Hawks can continue their momentum. They've won the last 3 points here. And they get 4 in a row. Now 23-21. Lindgren, the junior middle, her team up by 2. Good serve back row, handled by Lubson. Front row and over by Burbank. Katie Bull with a set and the attack and a big kill for Anna Hendricks. That was nicely done.
Great set, great timing between the middle and the setter on that play.
And now set point at 24-21. Davis setting the middle with Burbank. Williams across, Lori Bowler hit the tape with it, and a point for Heights, so they stay alive at 24-22.
Ricky Williams did a great job stepping in as back row setter and setting the outside on that play for Cooper.
Yupa Vang serving. Loatzen can't get enough on it. And the second game goes to the Hawks. 25-22 as they go up 2-0. We'll take another break. We'll come back with more. You're watching high school volleyball, North Suburban Conference from Columbia Heights High School on 12 Sports.
This isn't Madison Square Garden. These drills probably won't make anyone a #1 draft pick. But these players are practicing for something important. While they work on their jump shots, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, how to deal with wins and losses. Skills that will make them winners long after they leave the court. Support high school activities in your community, because when kids take part, they get set for life.
If you could see anything in the world, what would it be?
I'd love to see Paris.
I like to see cupcakes falling from the sky.
To save your vision in the years ahead, call your eye doctor for a comprehensive eye exam today. Then call 1-800-437-2423 or log on to seeabettertomorrow.org to learn about glaucoma and macular degeneration.
I just want to see more of the things I love.
No matter where you live Life in the oceans depends on you. Do your part to keep them clean. Recycle and dispose of trash properly. To learn what you can do, go to keepoceansclean.org.
I remember the moment.
I'll never forget that moment.
That changed my life.
At that moment, it hit me. This is why I joined the Guard. We're soldiers, always ready to protect our country. But we've also got communities. Family, friends, neighbors who count on us. I couldn't believe it. I just saved a life. Somebody from my hometown.
See what it means to be a citizen soldier at NationalGuard.com.
With Lisa Murphy, I'm John Jacobson. It's Cooper and Columbia Heights North Suburban Conference Volleyball tonight on 12 Sports. And the Hawks up 2-0 on the Highlanders. 25-8 and then 25-22. For Columbia Heights, I'm sure happier with the way things went in that second set. And Cooper down late. They were down 21-19. Lisa but came back, scored 6 of the final 7 points. You don't want to let a team back into the match after you'd won that first game, especially so easily.
Definitely.
That almost happened.
Yeah, I don't want to lose the momentum. So they stepped it up and received some serves and served aggressive to win the match.
First serve of set 3 is out of play, and a point for Cooper. Jocelyn Waylagi serving. Davis and Gross's hit is out. Two nothing in favor of Cooper.
Good pass by Gross.
Hit by Bang into the net. The Hawks out to a quick 3-0 lead. Started off very strong that first set, you remember too, and never let up. Waylagi, yes, will go as an ace serve. Hit long by Quincy Gross. 5 quick points for Cooper.
Looks like we're getting a replacement for a middle hitter in the back row for Columbia Heights.
With Mohammed in, now goes another ace. A good service out of Jocelyn Waylagi. Islanders right now just struggling to get into their offense at all. And that serve gives Heights their first point into the net by Waylagi, making it 6-1. Davis serves. Davis setting, lobs in, got it over. Bryant to the middle, hit over by Waylagi, but long. Highlanders with back-to-back points and make it 6-2.
In this game tonight, Davis has been one of the more successful servers for Columbia Heights.
Pushed over by Bryant. We had a Heights player in the net. Point for Cooper.
Looks like Yepa Vang was called into the net.
Lindgren, who served well at the end of that second set, up serving here for the Hawks. Davis will dump it over, but Waylagi ready for it. Quick set in the middle by Katie Bowler, over by Hendricks. Point for Cooper to make it 8-2. Lindgren serve into the net.
I want to see some more sets in between Cooper's setter and Anna to watch their timing, because we've seen some peaks of some really hard hits, really great angles, and how high she can jump.
Casey Anderson back in, and also Kylie Christensen in. So Katie Bowler out.
So we have a new setter for Cooper.
Anderson serving, handled by Vang. Knocked over by Jang Chup, and point for Heights.
Looked like Anderson tripped over one of her own players.
Burbank serves into the net. 10-4 Hawks. Anzarati back in and Burbank out. Lori Bowler serves, handled by Bang. Then pushed over by Jang Chup. Anderson setting for Wayloggy off of Manzarati, and a point for the Hawks. Lori Bowler serves. Davis, nice set, and hit over by Lubson. Ball hit to the middle by Hendricks. Had to do a pretty good job to adjust to that. That set a little bit past her by Kylie Christensen, but Hendricks able to adjust to the ball and got the set.
Definitely,
got the attack.
yeah, good long reach.
Lori Bowler serves, and Anzarati. One of those tough balls where you're not sure if it's going to land in or not, and
sometimes it's better to go for it than let it drop in bounds, but oh, it's painful to watch.
Burbank back in.
Bowler serving for Cooper.
Yeah, that one crawls over for Burbank. Good play by Swanson in the back row to keep it alive for Cooper. And then the kill for Muhammad.
This is a great out-of-system play by Cooper, a great hustle play, getting it back over, but they just...
Here's Swanson getting a hand on it, and then hit over by Hendricks, but then Heights ready to answer in the front row, and Muhammad got the kill. That one dropping in the back row. Kill for Cooper. (14-5) Hawks. Hendricks serves. That is off of Vang, and ace, and a point for Cooper. And a timeout for Columbia Heights. Most important thing is your server to get it over the net. After that, Lisa, what did you tell your girls you want them to do on the serve?
Usually we would call a placement serve on which player in the back row was either having an off night or struggled more passing, or sometimes is the furthest away from the setter. Sometimes that's enough of a disadvantage. So to serve, be able to serve at a certain target is usually, as a coach, what I would encourage my girls to do. Sometimes if a girl has a powerful enough serve, even this topspin serve that Anna has, sometimes it doesn't matter who it goes to, just as long as she can give it all her power. Just serve it in the court. Maybe that would be another thing the coach would tell her.
(15-5) Cooper. Hendricks, another serve. Davis, save, and hit over by Jang Chup. Anderson with the set. Wayloggy. Got it a little bit long. Close to hitting that back line, but missed.
Wayloggy's jumping high enough. It just looks like she's not snapping down on the ball. She's hit quite a few long.
Lubson serves. Wayloggy, that time able to get down on top of it.
Definitely. Snapped onto the side. Very difficult to read. She was coming in at a cut angle and then turned her hand at the last minute and went down the line.
As a defensive player, it's tough to pick up on that, or you don't know that that's coming. But well done by Wayloggy.
Definitely.
It's 7 in the middle and hit just wide by Lindgren. Point for Heights. (16-7) Cooper. The Columbia Heights serving, and Sharuk Muhammad, a freshman. High serve in play. Wayloggy able to handle it. Katie Bowler over. Get a whistle. And a player in the net for Cooper, or excuse me, for Columbia Heights. And a point for Cooper.
Looks like they're calling bang in the net.
No one hit into the net on the return by Jang Chup. Cooper by 11 at 18-7. Wayloggy, who served very well at the start of this third set, back in that spot on the rotation again. Another ace. And Heights just some problems with the serve receive and trying to get that first pass to get to the setter, even to Davis.
Definitely. The serve is coming so hard from Wayloggy. Even that last one hit the ceiling. So Columbia Heights needs to take a lot of power off the ball when they're passing.
He got it done this time, though. It goes as a kill for Muhammad and a point for Heights. Davis serving. Over the block and down for a point for Lori Bowler. Able to chip it past Jasmine Burbank.
Right over the block.
Burbank blocked back.
Great block by Hendricks.
Point 21 for Cooper and a timeout for Columbia Heights. Cooper's played much better here in this third set, more like they did in the first one. Second one just a little bit off their game, but they've come back nicely here in the third game.
Definitely. Their serving is very strong. Columbia Heights definitely having a lot of trouble. And it looks like Hendricks is getting more aggressive in the front row. I would like to see her get a clean, beautiful set and for her to smash the ball down on the ground.
Serve from Lindgren, didn't get enough on it. Into the net, point for Heights.
Always feels good when you call a timeout and the other team misses this next serve.
Lindgren out, Amanda Swanson back in for Cooper. Serve from Vang, and it's an ace for Yupa Vang.
Short float serve.
Another good serve. This time the Hawks able to handle it. Lori Bowler and pushed over by Katie Bowler. Anderson in the middle to Burbank. Crawls over the net and down for a Heights point. (21-11). Wayloggy getting it up to Katie Bowler and pushed over by Lori Bowler. Davis drops it over. Wayloggy gets a hand on it and put it over. Bowler. Hendricks floats it over. Davis, good hustle to get to that ball, but the attack from Bang is into the net, and a point for Cooper.
Great hustle by Davis. Looks like Vang just hit it on her wrist, just misjudged it a little bit. A new setter for Cooper.
Anderson's back in along with Christensen. And a point for Cooper. Casey Anderson dumps it over for a point.
It looked like Columbia Heights forgot who was playing in the front row left. There was a little mix-up.
Served by Anderson and ace. And now match point for Cooper. Islanders can't get it back, and Cooper wins in 3 to take this North Suburban Conference match tonight. 25-8, 25-22, and 25-11. Look at that point again, Lisa.
Great serve. It's coming hard, short in the middle. The back row player was just too far back to get there in time.
And with the win, Cooper improves to 3-1 on the season in North Suburban Conference play. We'll take a timeout. We'll hear from the winning Hawks in a moment. You've been watching high school volleyball on Channel 12 Sports.
No matter where you live, life in the oceans depends on you. Do your part to keep them clean. Recycle and dispose of trash properly. To learn what you can do, go to keepoceansclean.org.
I remember the moment.
I'll never forget that moment.
That changed my life.
At that moment, it hit me. This is why I joined the Guard. We're soldiers, always ready to protect our country. But we've also got communities. Family, friends, neighbors who count on us. I couldn't believe it. I just saved a life. Somebody from my hometown.
See what it means to be a citizen soldier at NationalGuard.com.
Cooper wins tonight over Columbia Heights in 3. They improved to 6-4 on the season and now 3-1 in the North Suburban Conference. Welcome back to Columbia Heights High School. John Jacobson with Anna Hendricks and Katie Bowler. And first of all, Katie, happy birthday.
Thanks.
Nice win for you on your 18th birthday.
Yeah, it was nice to get that win, and especially on today, so it was fun and exciting.
Tell me about this season so far. You guys only had 5 wins as a team a year ago. You've already had 6 this season. What's been the difference in your team's play?
I think we have a lot better chemistry this year, and we work harder in practice and have more fun instead of just always being serious. And then we have a lot more height than we've ever had before, and we have a lot of young players coming in as freshmen playing varsity, so that's exciting too.
You guys kind of took your lumps last season. How much did that experience, though, help you get ready for this year?
It was an experience that it's hard to think you're going to overcome, but then once you get into the season and you start going, it gets a lot better, and it's easier just to start over when it's hard to not know what you have coming in, but then getting into it was fine.
As you look for the rest of the season, what are some things you can still improve on as a team?
We can improve on a lot better communication, I think, and moving our feet. But otherwise, pretty much everything's good, and we just need to be more confident, but we're fine.
Katie, happy birthday. Enjoy the rest of your night.
Thank you.
Anna Hendricks, 3 wins tonight over Columbia Heights. Talk about your team's play tonight. How did you feel overall you guys played?
I thought we played well. The second game got a little shaky, but we pulled it together, so I thought we ended it well.
What's the aggressive serving seemed to help you guys? It really helped kind of got Columbia Heights off their game. Was that an intentional, or is that something you do as a team in general?
I think this year we have really strong servers, stronger than we've ever had before, so I think that helps, and we like to bring it to every game, and we try different serves depending on the plays and stuff.
I know a lot of you girls play volleyball in the off season. How much does that help as a high school team getting that experience?
That helps a lot. It improves like everything because you just get the extra coaching and everything, and it just improves it overall.
What are your goals for the rest of the season for this Cooper team?
To try keep working hard, keep the chemistry going, improve what needs to be improved with talking and stuff, and just have fun and try to win as much as possible.
Anna, congratulations on this win. Good luck the rest of the season.
Thank you.
Nice win for Cooper here tonight at Columbia Heights. Again, they sweep the Highlanders in 3. Again, 3-1 in the conference, 6-4 in the season, and they'll take on North Branch at home on this Thursday night. Well, that'll do it for our telecast tonight from Columbia Heights High School. For Lisa Murphy and all of our crew, I'm John Jacobson. Thanks for tuning in for our coverage of high school volleyball on 12 Sports.